Welcome to our grocery store vlog, where we're going to show you what Chinese grocery stores look like. So we start out in the fruit and greens section, which is enormous. And there's so many things that before I lived here, I had never seen in person before. These I've seen before. We have multicolored tomatoes too. I love them a lot. But you see, the fruit is often in these cute little covers to protect them.
Yeah.
So cute. And dragon fruit. I've seen these before, but it's very rare, and usually they don't taste good in Denmark. And these are a bunch of different types of pears. So I know Polish people have these, but I had never seen them in Denmark before, so... You see that I'm struggling to get the little cover off. Very elegant, I know. So many dragon fruit. And many, many different kinds of apples. And many different types of mango. And more fruit. And durian, the stinky fruit. And these are a little section of packaged vegetables. And the prices you see are mostly listed in half kilo.
500 grams.
Yeah, so it's very cheap. And this is lotus root and bamboo shoot. I don't know what the red thing is.
Xiangchun, this is a type of vegetable in the south.
But lotus root is very yummy. And so many mushrooms. If you're a vegan, this is paradise. And a bunch of different root type.
Yeah, yam.
veggies. Yeah, and different types of cucumber. Your cucumber, the one that's the most common, is spiky.
Yeah.
We don't have this in Europe. And this is the meat section. So most of the meat is there for you to pick yourself which one you want, and they'll weigh it for you. And this is just pork. Yeah. Chinese people eat a lot of pork, but you can 100% live here just fine if you're a Muslim and you don't eat pork, or if you have pork allergy. But you can see Jai is picking out the ones we wanted, and then they will weigh it on the machine you can see in the background. There's pig elbow, pig feet, there's stomach, so many different things. We eat everything.
Yeah, pig ear.
Pig ear. And this is all chicken. So chicken feet, chicken breasts, all the stuff you're used to seeing and a bit more. And you can see some of this is lamb, some of it is beef. Yeah. You can see lamb leg.
Yeah.
I'd never eaten that before, but Jai cooked it for me. It was quite delicious, actually. And then it's seafood and other types of chicken that I think we're moving on to. Oh no, this is whole chicken. So sometimes chicken here, if you see the whole chicken, there'll be egg inside of it. I've never seen that before. It's very shocking the first time you see it. But now I'm used to it. And you can see black chicken. I haven't eaten one yet, but I really want to.
We can try it.
They have it every time we go to the grocery store, so...
Yeah. These are different cow stomachs. You know, cow have multiple stomachs.
Cow stomach is very delicious.
Yeah.
And then all the seafood. There's so much seafood. It makes me so happy.
And they're fresh.
Yeah. And this is jellyfish.
Yeah.
Jellyfish tastes surprisingly good. It doesn't have the texture you think it will have. It's not slimy at all. It's kind of chewy.
It's crunchy.
It's a little bit like a fresh vegetable, like when you bite into a leaf. And this is seaweed, different ways that they've prepared it, I guess.
Yeah.
And this is your shrimp selection. And octopus. You can see you just go at it, put it in the back yourself, and then again you go weigh it. I really, really love these. In Denmark, you can't usually find ones that are this big. So for me, this is a luxury. You can see.
I was very surprised that you couldn't buy it in Denmark, because Denmark was so close
to ocean.
Yeah.
We have these mussels, but we don't eat them. I just used to collect them at the beach, like the shell.
Those are so tasty.
But you can see a lot of mussels. This is a tiny fish that's... Is it related to eel?
I think so, yeah.
Oh.
It's very tasty.
I haven't eaten this either. And then there's the turtles. This is the only thing at the supermarket I won't eat because I really love turtles. I get so sad every time. I'm considering buying one as a pet. But Jai says no. But there's nothing wrong with eating turtle. If you like it, that's up to you.
Turtle soup is good.
And here you have the live fish where you pick one and they get it for you and then they kill it and fillet it. Or you can, I think you can say if you don't want them to, but usually they'll do it for you.
Yeah.
But you can see sometimes they jump into a different pool.
Tank.
Yeah. But there's so many different kinds. You also have lobster, crab. I will say crab, some of them are still expensive here, but it's definitely way more affordable than what I'm used to. And I'm not sure why, because it's not like you guys are close to the ocean as a country either.
We have a lot of seafood farms.
That's why. But you can see this is super expensive. It's 158. And then I call these sharks, but they're not. They look cute though.
鲟鱼.
鲟鱼. You see the escape fish. It thought it had found freedom, but it didn't. You can see the little kid is so amused, trying to figure out what happened. And then we go to the soft drink and alcohol section. And because it was Chinese New Year time, the Coca-Cola and PepsiCo companies had different packaging. And I'm trying to put them down all beautifully so you can see all the dragons. Jay always tells me no, but I can't help myself. And see, I talk him into also doing it. But yeah, sometimes we have limited edition flavor. And as always, I'm dancing like a weirdo. You see so many soft drinks. A lot of them are like flavored water. And then there's like preserved, how do you say that? Pickled stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, pickled
Fruit. Yeah, it's sweet.
But you can see these are juices, milk.
Flavored milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you live in Scandinavia, you've definitely seen Oatly, but I've never seen this flavor of Oatly before because it's just a very Asian flavor.
Yeah.
Koreans came up with this. And coffee. A lot of different kinds of coffee. Some of them are good. Most of them taste mediocre at best.
Too sweet.
And you can see they have a lot of commercials on the
package.
Yeah, like celebrities or good-looking people or cartoon characters is very common. And this is the alcohol section. So wine here is very limited, especially white wine. I'll say it's easier to find red wine, but most wine here also just isn't very good, like flavor-wise, because it's not a common thing for people to drink. So it's a struggle to find it. Why am I like this? Jesus. Oh, if you watch dramas, you've seen this brand before. It's Rio. I'm gonna be like the women in dramas. I'm gonna run in, like I'm magically gonna bump into a billionaire, and he's just gonna fall in love with me, and then he stalks me until I marry him. But there's so many flavors. They have a very low alcohol percentage usually, and then they have like a fruity sweet flavor.
Yeah, and these are Korean shoju.
Yeah, people definitely know soju. These are lotus root powder. It tastes so good and it's fairly good for your health, I think. And these are milk powders, but they're not for kids, most of them. They're for elderly, which I didn't understand at all. I thought they were all baby products. And then we have me finding cereal and Jai trying to tell me that cereal is not a meal, but when it's vacation time, it definitely is. And these are gift boxes. You give it to your in-laws or just someone if you need to find them a present. This is a very classic thing to give people.
Yeah.
They're overpriced and I find it slightly scammy because I'm unsure of how effective these things actually are. And Oreo. We don't have these Oreos in Denmark. We only have like some very basic flavors. But here there's so many Oreo products. And I love Oreos. So, yeah, we'll definitely be doing a video where we're trying all the different Oreos. You can see so many packages upon packages of Oreos. I've never seen Oreos take up this much space in a grocery store before. Our cart was filled with Oreo products. It looked crazy. We needed a whole extra bag for them.
But this supposed to be Danish cookie.
Yeah.
There's like British flag on it.
Honestly, I feel like people just buy it because it has foreign labeling.
Yeah.
For me, this is so American. Like pre-made waffles. Yeah, America. They know they're free. And we're still in the snacky area. Yeah, Kinder products for me is my childhood. They taste so good. And there's Poke. People who are anime fans definitely know Poke. And there's multiple different brands that do Poke similar products.
But they're all from the same company.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
I would say these are more like luxurious Poke flavors. I really like this one. You got that for me before I moved in with you. And these are Manchurian snacks. So, of course, Jai likes it. Don't say that to someone you're not close with. Don't make that joke at a Donghae person. And meat snacks. So, if you are from the West, I'm guessing to most people it's a bit unusual. But in China, meat snacks, seaweed snacks, dried fish snacks are all very common. And I would say they're more common than a lot of our style of snacks. Like candy snack is not as popular. Chips is my thing since I've gotten here. And I've been eyeing these pipes filled with Lay's that have like, I don't know, like well wishes written on it for a while. And Jay finally let me have one, so. And these are also very Chinese flavors. So seaweed, cucumber, and then I don't know what the last one is, but probably also in that category of flavor. Anyway, there's so many. The Lay's chips here hit different though. The flavors are crazy. And they will legitimately taste like what they say. Yeah, you can see Jai put so many chips in our little cart.
Did I?
Yeah. To be fair, he is usually the one that will finish the chip bag.
Yeah, because you open it, you just leave it there.
Yeah. Once it's there, he can't stop himself. But I really felt like I was like the Monkey King with this pie of chips.
She's so proud of herself.
I felt so cool. More chips. But these are non-Lay's. There's so many different companies. There's a lot of Korean brands. Obviously a lot of Chinese brands. But the flavors here are way different. And a lot of gum. So you can see we're not in Singapore. But yeah, this is the candy area. So candy here, for me, is very different from what I'm used to. It's mostly just sweet flavors. You don't find stuff like licorice here. And you don't find that many salty or sour candy flavors. This brand I've seen a lot here. And then there's Skittles, the Chinese version. So they had dragons on them. But you can see there's a lot of foreign brands. So don't think the people in China don't try.
Yeah, this is the most common grocery store.
Yeah. This is the everyday grocery store. Later on, we'll visit one that's more upscale, like a very expensive one. And milk candy is super common here. That's not something I'm used to seeing, but here it's quite a decent sized category of candy.
Yeah.
So this is China's take on mix your own candy. So most of it is in individual packaging. So it's not the same as like what we're used to in Scandinavia.
Yeah.
Where you just mix it all together in a bag. Because here they all have different prices. So for me, it's a little bit too complicated. I'm too lazy. But you can see there's a huge variety in what you can choose. It's just all very, very Chinese flavor, obviously. And a lot of these are also still like individually wrapped meat. snacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like everywhere else. Kids, when they get to this area, you just see their little faces light up. And they're like going crazy because there's so much. You can see how huge this snack area is. This is another category we don't have a lot of. It's Jello. Like candy Jello.
You can drink.
Yeah, it's not for me. I think you have to grow up with it. But these we have at the Asian supermarket. And this is the little bit of chocolate that you can get here. So Hershey's, Meiji, and Dove are the biggest free. And then milk. Milk is another big one that I'm having to get used to because the regular fat percentage is 3.8% fat in milk, which is crazy to me. And you can see a lot of the little milk is in bags. Jai says that he finds it very convenient. I don't feel the same. I like having it in a carton. And then this is their yogurt area. Their yogurt is more sugary than what I would say Danes typically drink, but it's also not as commonly consumed as breakfast here. And then you have the freezer section. You guys have a lot of dumplings, hot pot things.
Yeah, 汤圆.
Yeah, but it's so cheap. The prices don't make any sense to me. So for people that don't know, renminbi and Danish krona is the same. It's 1-to-1 pretty much. So I never have to do conversions here, which is so nice. And then you have fresh made noodles and you have tortillas. So we do have a lot of foreign things. Kimchi, most Westerners know that one. And this is the cheese. It's a little bit depressing.
Very small.
But you can see they have Danish brands of butter. I get so proud every time I see Luopag. It's the best butter in the world, hands down. They didn't have this when I first got here, so maybe they heard my complaint about butter. I'm on a mission to find stuff for Jai's birthday, and he's disturbing me. And then dog food, cat food. I was looking for new snacks for our cats because they're picky eaters, and I'm constantly trying to find snacks that they like. Not that Baye needs more snacks because he could probably lose some weight. Like people like to point out in our comments that he's fat. He's not. He's just a big boy. He's beautiful. He's a Dongbaehu. And then we have the dry stuff area. So you can find a bunch of teas, nuts, rice. You can see this turned to tea blue. We were having a debate whether that was real or not. This is another gift box, like dried things. Again, this is very common. So this is a mix of mushrooms and seafood. And some of these, like, this is not expensive, y'all. If you see what dried sea cucumber can go for, or ginseng, it's wild. It's a fortune. They better give me a new life. You see nuts, seeds. I really like these. We bought a bunch for Christmas. And this is rice. Rice, if you pick the free weighed stuff, is so cheap. It's wild. 2 renminbi for 500 grams. And a lot of eggs. So in China, it's big to have like tea egg, the 1,000-year egg.
Yeah.
Which you've seen challenges of. They taste very normal, guys. It has a very, very normal flavor. To little to no flavor, I would say. It tastes really good if you eat it with tofu.
Yeah, or put in porridge.
Yeah. I would say the YouTubers you see try this are over-exaggerating heavily for views. And quail eggs are also pretty common here. If you haven't tried a quail egg before, they're very tasty. It doesn't show the real color of these eggs on camera, but they're like a bluish green color, way more than they are there. But again, very delicious. Dried fish. Like I said, dried fish is a big snacking category. I think these are for cooking though.
Yeah.
So this is the pickle area. I really love Dongbei pickled garlic.
Yeah.
This is the tofu area, like soybean product area. Very, very delicious. Very good for your health. And again, if you're vegan, this is vegan paradise.
Yeah. This is vegan protein.
Yeah. These are old grandma snacks, but I really like the one that's like twisted.
Mahua.
Yeah. Someone was selling it within our community at the gate. This is the bread area. So most bread in China will be sweet and have sugar in it. You can see this is supposed to be rye bread. I don't know in which world this is rye bread. And you can see, like Jay just pointed out, that there's still sugar in it. And you can buy very nice looking cakes.
Puff.
Yeah. And these are fresh made noodles and dumpling wrapper. If you don't want to make them yourself, Jiayi's mom is a pro at rolling them out. I don't get how she does it that quickly. I don't know what these are.
青团.
青团.
Yeah.
And I love these. Mantou. These are so cute. I feel like if you had a kid, they must think these are so cool.
Yeah.
I really like this. This is like vegan meat, kind of.
Vegan meatball. Yeah.
This is Chinese salad bar area. So you can see chicken feet. If you haven't tried chicken feet, you should really try it. It's actually very delicious. Once you learn how to eat them, I think that's people's biggest struggle. But you can see the salad bar looks a little different than what you might be used to if you're living in the West. Jam, you can find jam. Raspberry jam, no, but blueberry and strawberry is very common. And ketchup. Heinz is a very common brand to see here.
It's probably the biggest like ketchup brand.
Yeah. A lot of oil. So if you have not cooked Chinese food before, you need a lot of oil.
We have different kinds of oils.
Yeah. So sunflower, rapeseed,
soybean,
yeah,
corn, walnut, peanut, like yeah.
So many.
Yeah.
Sesame. Sesame oil for me is great.
It's great.
I love the flavor it gives meat. Thank you so much for watching this video, you guys. Hope you enjoyed seeing what's in Chinese grocery stores and that you'll come back for future videos of ours. See ya!